I'm really tired. We were up all night slowly cleaning, half sleeping, half cleaning, up all night cleaning the restaurant downtown. Really, really, really hurt from the psychic pressure around me because we returned to our rooms maybe around 6 a.m. and then around 12 I had to um, be woken with the relentless. They don't stop trying to put perverted images in my brain about private parts, is the male private parts, and the demanding some coitus, and it's very, very painful to my brain. I don't know how to persuade them to stop. I don't know what they hope to accomplish. And the years passed, and I think 2020, what I did as a result, because as the psychology book mentions, there is always some response to all external stimuli as well as internal. All I could do was post on Facebook the the plastic male masturbator dolls that are sold on Amazon, because the levels of objectification directed my way is such as I am not a human being. They regard me as an object of, of intimate contact. I've not given in to any schizophrenic pressure to engage in the terrorist coitus situation since 2016. As I've said before, that is the only last time that they succeeded. Prior was 2014. Ended up going into a room with a male who had a gun, forced himself on me, raped me. Then I went to prison the weekend a few days later, because I had an appointment with a judge who had said that I was, well, no, the probation officer lady was saying that I violated probation for not going to all those. They had hundreds of tree farm hours where I was supposed to do volunteer work at a local, it was a campground that belonged to the sheriffs or something like that. And so everybody that had to do community service, we went there to trim trees, rake leaves. Was so bad towards that's why I wouldn't go. Plus all the time they were bothering my brain, trying to make me visualize Tyson abuse, and I couldn't comprehend why the world is that way. I'm stuck doing community service there hundreds of hours because they made my body hurt my son's dad's head about pedophilia, and I just don't know how to ever get rid of that curse. Like, I really don't comprehend, because so that was from 2012 to 2014, and I was like in coerced to go with that male in 2014, and he had a weapon, and then I was screaming and shouting, obviously, and uh I don't comprehend why they don't stop. So that is the worst case scenario that happens with the psychiatric pressure, is I end up facing some male that misbehaves towards me, completely misbehaves. In 2016, after I got out of jail, again they persuaded me with all their pressure to try to have a boyfriend. Well, the boyfriend was deceiving. He took me to his house. I thought that I was trying to visualize us living together with my son, and then after having coitus one time, decided to never return my phone calls. That's why I say that is the last time in 2016 that they deceived me into thinking that I gotta go find love, or I gotta go find a relation, or I gotta go find someplace else to house ourselves here in USA. The males in the community have this general perspective about me that they're not, I was fooled. That was the last time I was fooled, in 2016, with a Narcotics Anonymous male. I was going to those gatherings hoping to find good people that aren't, negatively influencing me. And then I went to college, and there usually is someone attractive. That time I knew better not to give in to any pressure for anything. He didn't pressure me for anything either. And so that was the years 2017 to 2019 where I liked somebody or had feelings, amorous feelings for someone all the time that I was there on campus, but he was busy living his own life and I was just putting him out of my mind to the best of my ability. And I just don't comprehend why these these heads around do that sort of propaganda into me. What could it possibly happen other than what has worst case scenario has already happened in 2014 with the weapon rape, and then 2016 with the deceiving mail that didn't have any good intentions. The Department of Homeland Security enforcing their own agenda about my corrupt paperwork. You know, I was always waiting for them to say, all right, we'll give you a real ID. We'll give you the right to work here, to stay here as a family with your son, because my son is the family that I ever wanted to be in USA for no other family did I want to be here. The previous that claimed to be my family in the corrupt document were making me very suicidal to the point that people around me agreed to get to me some LSD to kill myself. That's before my son was born. So this, adopted family was causing that great anguish within my heart, within my soul, to the point where if the authorities said that I could not leave the country, my best option seemed to be killing myself. Then my son was born, some hope was restored that I could change my attitude towards life, to appreciate life, to just try to do good in society and eventually leave this country the threat of deportation. Because after I was pregnant now I didn't want to leave anymore. I was really looking forward to leaving when I turned 18. Like, I could not wait to turn 18. I was even trying to kill myself in the meantime. And so after my son was born, my depression turned into an eagerness to find a purpose